Contestants vying to lead the Alberta NDP took part in the party's first official debate of the leadership race, which was held at the Yates Memorial Theatre Thursday evening. Attendees were given an opportunity to hear from all the candidates in attendance and to see who they think can lead the party and bring them to government in 2027. Here are some of the highlights of what the candidates shared. First up was Kathleen Ganley. She says that affordability and caring about climate change can go hand in hand.
I think what we can do better than the UCP is make it clear to people that they don't have to make a choice between feeding their kids and making progress on climate change.
Sarah Hoffman's campaign comes with a bold promise to bring 1,000 doctors to the province and to bring back the days from when she was health minister. Make it boring again.
We didn't have scandals. Every major municipality in Alberta, you could get a family doctor. The good news is I was at the table and I struck those deals with doctors. And when we negotiated, because we had such a good relationship built on trust, they actually returned their retention bonuses so that we could invest it back in the system and do it together.
Jody Callahoo Stonehouse did not hide her passion for the importance of water in our province. She fired shots at the Alberta Energy Regulator, holding them responsible for pollution on Alberta's reserves.
The water is contaminated with polycyclic aryl hydrocarbons, arsenic, methylmercury, cadmium, which are carcinogens that cause cancer. We look at Fort Chipewyan in the 1980s, 2000. They discovered that cancer was at a higher rate of 30% downstream from the Alberta oil sands because we were not doing our job with the Alberta Energy Regulator.
And on the subject of firing shots, none were spared when it came to criticizing Alberta Premier Danielle Smith. Naheed Nenshi accused the Premier of costing the province billions of dollars when they introduced a moratorium on new renewable energy projects.
Every time I hear her talk about electricity, it's like nails on a chalkboard because she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't understand baseload and peaking and all those fun things. So that renewables ban chased away anywhere between $30 and $300 billion of investment from Alberta by taking away business certainty and all of the jobs that go with it.
Gil McGowan says a key to the success of the NDP forming government in 2027 involves the party pivoting back to traditional worker values.
We have to understand why we lost in 2019 and 2023, and we lost among working people. This is a gut punch for me as a worker advocate. The party that was built for workers is losing workers. We have to be something more than the party of education, healthcare, and human rights. That's who we are. Those are our values. But the issues that these voters are concerned about are kitchen table economic issues.
After the event, candidates had a chance to speak with the media. Naheed Nenshi said the relationship between the Alberta NDP and its federal counterpart needs to be re-examined.
I think that a lot of the things that we've heard, for example, the conversation around the relationship between the federal and the provincial NDP, and this is something that has been brought up to me constantly by candidates, by campaigners, by others. And you know, these are the kinds of things that you just got to surface. And sometimes a newcomer to the dinner table can help identify what some of the issues in the family are.
McGowan criticized Nenshi for his statements, saying that while he and Nenshi want to revolutionize the NDP, McGowan's plan is much more rooted in the party's interests.
He's talking about severing ties with the federal party. He's talking about changing the name. He's talking about changing the Constitution. It's true that I'm also a candidate who wants to revolutionize the party, but I actually want to revolutionize it by taking it back to its roots, by reestablishing it as a party that welcomes working people.
And McGowan wasn't the only one who tried to get under the skin of frontrunner Naheed Nenshi. Kathleen Ganley said the time to act is now, not in 3 years.
I did ask him a couple of good questions. I talked about the fact that I think that how we win over Albertans, how we win the election in 2027 is by putting forward ideas. And I don't think we do need to wait 3 years. I know right now that we're in an affordability crisis. I know right now that most people can't afford their rent or their mortgage.
Voting on the NDP leadership begins on June the 3rd. For Bridge City News, I'm Naveen Day.